I begin as always in the name of Jesus. This video is going to be doing my review on the TV series known as Arrow. So, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about the comic book history of the character. I'm going to give you the origins. I'm going to show you how when this show got picked up for TV and its premise, and I'm lastly going to give a quick recap of the TV show. So, Green Arrow was created by Mort Weisinger and George Pop. He and is currently being published by DC Comics even to this day. Green Arrow was designed to be a copycat of Batman, like an archery themed version of him, all the way down to having a sidekick like Batman. In this case, in Green Arrow's case, the name of his sidekick was Speedy, aka Roy Harper, with the use of an arrow car, an aeroplane, like Batman, use of an arrow cave, like Batman has a bat cave, and he is also a billionaire playboy, like Batman. He had the use of a arrow signal, like Batman had the bat signal, and even a clown-like archfoe named Bullseye, similar to Batman had an archfoe known as the Joker. So that was from his debut. When two men named Neal Adams and Dennis O'Neil grabbed him, he became more of a voice of progressivism and someone who helped with the underprivileged. And from then on, Green Arrow began to tackle social issues and gained a love interest known as on and off love interest known as the Black Canary. Here's the origin story of Green Arrow. Oliver Queen, his alter ego, is a very self-absorbed billionaire who is washed up on an island, and on that island he learns to survive by any means, especially using a bow and arrow. While then he uses primitive trick arrows as advanced methods of hunting and foraging for food, and then assembles a green suit for camouflage. Arriving home in his home city, Star City, he assumes the identity of Green Arrow. So, here's the next point. Here's the next point I want to get to. Point 2. How did this character come into play? How did the TV show known as Arrow come in? January 18th, 2012, CW greenlit a pilot for a Green Arrow series that was created by Greg Berlanti, Andrew Kreisberg, and Mark Guggenheim. So, and then it was Stephen Amell portraying him. So, and it premiered on October 10th, 2012, and then it was renewed for a second season afterwards. This TV show is designed to take the premise of this TV show is designed to take a fresh take on the character that does not show superpowers and is grounded in reality and takes a realistic look at the characters. In addition, and also it also shows flashbacks to Oliver Queen's time on the island, and show how he went from the billionaire playboy that he was being marooned to the effective hero that he became upon returning in Starling City. Season 1 of Arrow is all about Oliver Queen just going after the people on a list, people written in a list of people in a book that had a list of names that his father left behind. People whom his father, Robert Queen, said had failed and poisoned the city. That was what he tried to do throughout season 1. The main bad guy throughout season one was a guy named Malcolm Merlin, aka the Dark Archer, who is based off of Green Arrow's arch nemesis in the comics, Merlin the Archer. That was his main purpose throughout all of season one. In the flashbacks, the main bad guy on the flashbacks and in the flashbacks on the island is Edward Fires, who in the comic book was a shade morally ambiguous, but yet an ally of Oliver. Here, he's the main bad guy. So, and by the way, Oliver Queen in the show first season had a friend named Tommy Merlin, and soon along the way of the first season, he acquires two other allies, John Diggle and Felicity Smoke. Throughout the time as he's trying to cross off names off the list, he is not unwilling to use lethal force to get this done. By the way, this TV show seems to be taking its influence from Mike Grell's run on the TV show, on the comic book. In Mike Grell's run on Green Arrow, he does not go by the name of Green Arrow at all. And that's apparently seen in the TV show. As in the first season, he's called the Hood or the Vigilante. So, and he's also, by the way, in the TV show, he's being pursued by Quentin Larry Lance, the detective, and he is also, I feel like I'm going in random, but in the TV show, he has a little sister named Thea Queen, and he is going. So, anyways, he is going after the people the names written in the book on his father's, the list of names in a book that his father left him, with believing that his father tells him to right his wrongs, and then over the time, and then he realizes the main plan which Malcolm Merlin has really designed is to level the Glades. And the Glades in Starling City, that's the name of the city in the show, is the part of Starling City where poverty and crime is running rampant. And one of the reasons Malcolm Merlin wants the place leveled is because his wife was killed there. And Malcolm Merlin planned on doing that by using a man-made earthquake created by an in-universe company known as Unidac Industries. So Oliver goes there, at the end of the day, Oliver goes there, tries to defeats him, but he is unable to completely stop the undertaking. That's the name of the plan. Because Merlin had a second earthquake device ready just in case. And as a result of the second earthquake machine, Tommy dies. And that was a very sad moment. So, next in season 2, we get to season 2. Oliver has a changed MO. Instead of just going after people in the list of names in his dad's book, he has just decided to extend his focus to all crime, focus on fighting all crimes in general. By the way, the name of the island that Oliver gets gets marooned on in the TV series is known as Lian-Yu, which is Mandarin for purgatory. So, in the second season, he switches MO from just fighting people, going after people on his dad's list, and so to just fighting all crime in general. And he's taken up a no-killing code in honor of his deceased friend Tommy. The main bad guy this season is Slade Wilson, whom we saw introduced as a good guy in episode 13 of the flashbacks known as Betrayal. And during that time, and I should say this, Oliver Queen brought along Laurel Lance's sister Sarah Lance on the yacht known as the Queen's Gambit, and Oliver was under the impression that she was dead. I say this because in season 2, he finds out that Sarah is alive. So that really shocks him. And it seems like, and during that time, he's trying to reel with that. And in the meantime, as he's fighting, he runs across a man named Barry Allen, whom I will devote a whole video to next to whole other video to, given that he is the alter ego of the Flash. And then Barry Allen experiences the beginnings of his origin story, and he leaves Oliver a mask for him to wear. So I need to just say something. During the flashbacks, Oliver falls in love with a girl named Shadow, who's the daughter of his first mentor on the island named Yao, her father's name was Yao Fei. Sarah was on the island with him too, and they are killed. Both are killed, and Shadow is killed by the main bad guy of season 2, at least for the most of the part. Anthony Ivo, through a sadistic choice between Sarah and Shadow, whom Oliver tried to sacrifice. Oliver was trying to save both of them, but Anthony Ivo wouldn't have that. So, and in the meantime, Anthony was looking for Mirakuru, a chemical that would increase strength of a human being. And in the meantime, anyways, Anthony Ivo kills Shadow through a sadistic choice, and then Slade, who loved Shadow, wanted to make the person who killed Shadow suffer. And through a series of mishaps, he finds out that Oliver was somehow connected, and that causes him to become a bad guy. And then and the fact that he got injected with Mirakuru only made it worse. So Slade's plan during season 2 was to take away everything that Oliver ever loved and everyone that he loved. And that everything, part of the things that he loved was Starling City. Before I go there, I need to say something else. Malcolm Merlyn, whom all of us thought was dead, turns up alive. And Thea Queen is his daughter. And by the way, we also learned that Sarah Lance, aka, is the Black Canary, yes, in that she is connected to Ra's al Ghul in the League of Assassins. That is so exciting. That is so amazing. Can't believe League of Assassins. And Malcolm Merlyn's also connected to the League of Assassins too. So, anyways, Slade's plan is to destroy Starling City because Oliver loves Starling City and all some of his loved ones. I need to take a pause here. Man, I'm out of order. We also meet Amanda Waller, the leader of Argus. If you guys have watched Justice League, the animated series known as Justice League Unlimited, probably should have an idea of who she is. And then, as Slade is in pursuing this plan of destroying Oliver Queen's city and his loved ones, he kills his mom, Moira Queen, and also before that Before that, he uses a man named Sebastian Blood, who's running for mayor, to go after to test subjects with the Mirakuru so that he can build up an army to destroy Starling City. And he also uses a woman named Isabel Rocha to take Queen Consolidated so he can have his Mirakuru blood reproduced. And also, this season also shows the evolution of Roy Harper into Speedy, whom we saw introduced in season 1 in episode 15 known as the Dodger. Arrow saving his life as he's called the Arrow in season 2. Arrow saves his life in season 1, episode 19, Salvation, and that starts his journey to becoming Speedy, which we see more of in season 2. And at the end of season, and in episode 9 of season 2, he gets injected with Mirakuru, and that gets him close. And then soon enough, he starts being trained by Oliver to control his strength. When Oliver reveals his identity, the Arrow reveals his identity as Oliver Queen, and then he closer to becoming the hero becoming the sidekick soon. So Oliver, Oliver, and he gets it. Anyway, Slade kills Oliver's mother Moira in a sadistic choice mirroring between Moira and Thea, which mirrors what the sadistic choice Iva put him through on the island. Moira sacrifices her life. Oliver goes into a bit of a funk or spell until Laurel, who learned from Slade that he was the Arrow, snaps him out of it, and then he has to come to the test of whether or not he's going to take Slade's life or not in the season 2 finale, which he doesn't after he gets the Mirakuru cure, which he learned existed from Iva before he died. So it was great seeing him kick Slade's butt, and Slade is in prison on Lian Yu again. So this, by the way, I love the flashbacks of season 2. They were amazing. We got to see the freighter, Ivo's freighter, which was named Amazo after the android, the Amazo from the comics. And then we learned in season 2 that Oliver, after the freighter sank, that he winds up in Hong Kong. Wow, where he meets Amanda Waller. Man, that brings up a lot of opens a can of worms. A lot of can of worms. So this TV show is point blank amazing. I've loved almost every episode of it. It's awesome, and I cannot wait for season 3, which starts on October 8th, to come out. By the way, it's awesome stuff. There are a lot of things I did not go through, like the fact that John Diggle, one of Oliver's allies, had his brother killed by a guy named Deadshot. For those DC comic fans, you know who that is, and we will learn a little bit more later. I love all the world building they do on that show. It's awesome. If you have not seen Arrow, I've seen the TV show Arrow. I suggest you go check it out. It is amazing, and I will soon enough devote in. I said something about Barry Allen. I will devote a whole video to Barry Allen, aka The Flash, because he has a TV show coming up that is a spin-off of Arrow, and it'll be Arrow. I will have it up ASAP. So I cannot wait for season 3 to begin. I'm pretty confident that the season 3 the main bad guy of season 3 is Ra's al Ghul. I'm pretty confident that it's him. So that'll be good. That'll be all for now. I'm so excited for Arrow season 3 to begin.